So anybody that's on Instagram, if you're smart and you know how to think critically and you're not controlled mentally by a political party, I would recommend that you go to YouTube. I won't be on here long. I really just come on here to let y'all know that I'm going to my YouTube channel. But YouTube is a way better social media platform for those of us who are smart, free thinkers, aren't connected and brainwashed by a political party, right? That's the biggest thing. So I know I have some new people here on Instagram because a lot of y'all like this platform. I don't. Anything that's owned by Zuckerberg, which is Facebook and Instagram, both of those platforms are usually with the weakest thinkers, right? TikTok and YouTube, even Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter as much. I have an account, but I'm never on Twitter. Um, Thank you. Is it D'Angelove? I'm gonna just say D. Thank you, D. I'm gonna just say D. Social media is draining, especially the mentality here. It's extremely draining. It's extremely draining. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I'm just call you D. Cause I don't want to mess your name up. I don't like nobody messing my name up. What's going on, y'all? I've been hanging out with my mom all day today, so I'm like, I needed to come outside on this balcony, give me a little fresh air. I was trying to avoid social media today, but y'all know I love y'all on YouTube. We can have real conversations on YouTube, right? I open up my damn phone, I got 50,000 notifications. Every day, I don't wake up feeling like I'm in a Black Mirror episode no more, though. I used to. A week ago, I felt like I was in a Black Mirror episode. But now, I don't feel like I'm in a Black Mirror episode. I actually see that there are more awoken people than I thought it was. That's the biggest thing. I actually thought that a lot of more people were asleep. But surprisingly, I have way more people who are awoke and paying attention than the ones that are asleep. So I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud to say that. I'm proud to say that. Because even though you're going to get, you're going to get people with their little comments and their opinions, that's fine. Everybody got one, right? Just like an asshole. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a comment. And that's just how social media is. If you post something, people going to put their little weak ass opinion, right? But I'll be honest, like most of the comments, because I just monitor the comments to make sure nobody being disrespectful. You can disagree with me, whatever. But when you get to calling me up out my name and all that other stuff, then I'm going to check your ass on it. So, and that's the difference. Most of the people who are really brainwashed, they're the ones who start the shit and then have their hand, right? They're the ones who call you out your name, and then when you clap back because they're not used to that shit. See, most people just be ignoring that. But y'all forgot I'm from Chicago, and we don't just let shit ride. You're not gonna say whatever the fuck you want to say, especially not on my page and my channel. Because what people need to understand is, yeah, it's social media, and I could post a video, but if you don't like it, you also have the right to keep scrolling. It's called take that finger and swipe it up, right? That's what it's called. It's called take that finger and swipe it up and roll right past it. I see videos that I don't like all the time. If I don't really like the shit, I just unfollow the person. Or I'm going to keep scrolling. But social media has gotten some of y'all too motherfucking comfortable with calling people out their name and saying what the fuck you want to say to somebody, and that shit ain't gonna ride. Like, this ain't that over here. This ain't that over here. That's why I say social media is not a real place. People have really gotten besides themselves to think they can just talk froggy online, and then when you see a motherfucker in the streets, it's crickets. Crickets. Like, crickets. I'm out of town. So, no, I'm not cooking. I'm not, I got a mini kitchen in here, but we ain't go to the grocery store. Talking about, did I cook today? No, I'm just sitting out here, getting me some fresh air, smelling how Dallas is. I'm in Dallas, so I've been out here networking, going to different events. Went out last night today, checked out a cigar lounge that they had out here, which was really nice. I like the vibes. So whenever I go to a city, I like to just smell the air, see how I feel. What's going on, Arthur? What's going on, Michael? Baby, people hate the truth. People love to stay in the dark. When you start telling the truth, baby, they hate that. That's one of the things that I'm seeing. Look at YouTube on here. Y'all asking, trying to make me think and use my head tonight. What are 3 things that are most important to you? 3 things that are most important to me is my time freedom, my location freedom, and my financial freedom. Those are my 3 most important things. Time, location, financial freedom. That's what's most important to me. And outside of those, making sure my mama good and my mama straight. As long as my mama straight and happy, then I'm straight. But those are the 3 most important things to me. Thanks for asking that question. I'm on YouTube. Y'all can come over there. I don't gotta say to my creator, because my creator know that my creator is important to me. I thank my creator every single day. So that's not something that I have to type on here as something that's most important to me. That's already instilled in me in my daily life and mental. So what's known, I need to be explained. Here we go with all of the Christians on here. Your mom and dad are not just your creator. Of course, you know that it's someone else that created and built this entire world and system that we have. So since you don't know who it is and I don't know who it is, I call them the Most High. You call them what you want to call them. Oh, Lord. Let me get these people up off of here. Let me start blocking these fools up off of here. Ain't nobody out here talking to y'all outright Christians. Y'all can move around, baby. Oh, let me block and delete some of these people. High user from channel. There we go. High user from channel. You talking about don't block you. You about to get blocked because we not on here talking about no damn food. I got all these bots coming in. You know, that's what they do on social media to try to distract you. Let me block you too. Block you too. Do you have a candidate to run for mayor of Chicago or just want to keep complaining? James, I can't keep complaining when I'm speaking facts about Chicago. What do you gonna do, James, besides get on here and run your bitch ass mouth? Right? That's what people like you do. What are you gonna do while you on here asking me what I'm gonna do? I'm on here telling people the real information about what's happening in Chicago. But meanwhile, you're here on my post, James, running your bitch ass mouth. Talking about some damn complaining. That's what you niggas like to get on here and do. That's what y'all love to do on social media. Get on here and run your fucking mouth. Have you been to a city hall meeting, James? No, you haven't. Have I seen you there? No, you haven't. So ask yourself that question. Thank you, Terry. The ceremony was great. The ceremony and the event was great. Skip boy, you say you South Shore all day. All day, Joe. Hey, Joe, I ain't heard Joe in a minute. Definitely South Shore all day. I don't got time for these weak ass people on the internet. They be getting on my nerve and they be thinking they can say what the fuck they want to say. So I'm gonna check they goofy asses every day. They get on here with that shit. Social media has gotten too comfortable with allowing people to say what they want to say. Y'all can move around with that shit. Here we go. They love to say they got a degree. We so happy about your degree, James. Your political science degree, James. Why don't you go run for office then with your degree? Y'all love to get over here talking about some whack-ass degree. I do have my bachelor's degree as well in business. I have my bachelor's in business administration. I can be on here talking about I got my fucking degree too, James. Give a fuck about your damn political science degree. You clearly don't remove too much. You on here talking to me instead of being downstairs, instead of being down figuring out what mayor you gonna vote for. Y'all be goofy as fuck on this motherfucker. This damn political degree. Don't nobody give a fuck about your damn degree. All these degree motherfuckers in the damn country slow as fuck. All you degree motherfuckers. That's what y'all forgot. Degrees with no street smart. Degrees with no fucking street smart. Don't know shit about the real world. You just know your political degree. That's weak nigga mentality. What the fuck is you talking about? Book smart and street smart. That's what y'all hate. Take your degreed ass on somewhere. What's going on, Sully? I'm so sick of the internet at this point. I'm just sick of the internet. The internet is not a real place because people love to get on here and run their mouth. I don't know how to connect with others. You're right. I'm not trying to run for mayor. We're glad. Good for you. Go figure out and find some people who want you to run again, sir. I'm on my page and channel minding my business. Y'all over here. That's the difference. I'm not on your page. Oh, you probably don't have one. Most of you are a bunch of bots, and most of you all have no life and no followers. So y'all like to come over here on people with real businesses page. That's the difference. I'm a person, I'm a business and a business owner and have a page, yet you're here. Okay. The bots are starting to come in, but I'm going to just block and delete. Nope, I'm actually from Chicago. We get that all the time, though. Are we from the South? Most of our parents and grandparents came from the South, but I'm very much Chicago, born and raised. Whoop-de-doo, James. Go to someone who cares. Yep. Go to someone who cares. All of you bots on here, go to someone who cares. Because I don't care over here. We don't care. I'm just blocking and deleting today. Right, Sully. Like, dude, don't nobody know who you are. I don't think nothing about the No Kings protests because I don't do that type of goofy ass shit. So I don't have no feeling about it. I didn't participate. I wasn't in Chicago. I'm out of town right now. So I have nothing to say about the No Kings protests because that shit doesn't affect me and it don't bother me. And I'm not thinking about no dumbass No Kings protests. Protesting is old. That it's a waste of fucking time. It does nothing. So all these people came out here or whatever yesterday and got in the middle of their streets. And what happened? What changed? Trump's still president. What changed? Protesting does nothing. What changed? Because he's still president. They was out there in uniforms. They was out there in cartoon suits. They was out there in pink pig jumpsuits. Like, baby, y'all can keep that clown show. Y'all can keep that clown show for your fucking selves. Because protesting does nothing. My ancestors know all about the protesting. They've been protesting for 60 years and their reparations got paid to other people. So protesting does nothing. My ancestors protested and their reparations got paid to people that's not from this country. That's what protesting did for them. And that's what protesting did yesterday for all the No Kings people. Trump is still president. Facts is facts. You can wear your suits, you can wear your ties, you can wear your little outfits, you can put your little signs up. And the man is still president. He still woke up president this morning. Hello. I know he in the White House laughing his ass off. Like, look at all of these stupid, silly ass motherfuckers out here in their feelings. Meanwhile, I still woke up this morning as the president. Like, baby, bye. Meanwhile, our mayor in the city of Chicago is sitting here talking about he want to tax the rich. He talking about he want to put $21 charge every business that has over 100 employees, $21 per person per month. Meanwhile, this what Chicago got to deal with. Our ignorant, goofy mayor, he done put a $1.5 billion budget together. And he got the nerve to say he want to tax us on social media, y'all. How you taxing social media and social media is free? How are you taxing social media and social media is free? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up, G. We is living in the fucking Twilight Zone. This motherfucker got on the news, on the TV, and said this shit in plain sight. Like, Oh, Lord. Lord, Lord, keep me protected. Keep me protected in this world, in this realm that we live in, with these stupid, crazy people that we have to walk around with today who have no sense. Who have no sense of their own. No sense. You see this? You see this shit? I got to delete this shit. I'm not even finna let them throw me off tonight. I'm just blocking and deleting. Yes, he really did say that. I just recorded a video of the news station, and he said that. I'm getting ready to put that video out there. I'm glad YouTube is at least blocking some of these goofy ass motherfuckers on here that I got in my comments with these bots. They more pissed you got hotter. Hold on. Y'all know I got to scroll up because it takes a minute. And then I have to also block these people off of here. Make sure that they comments not on my page. And move it all about my face like that. Tim, I heard that they haven't been paying for years. Okay, I don't know who that is. What's up, Lives to Ride? I just gotta make sure these dummies stay blocked. I gotta delete all of them. Hide them from my channel. Skinny Box say, I call my cousins educated dummies. Baby. Nah, I'm not back in the shop. I'm still out of town. Okay, I already blocked him. The funniest thing in the world is people who make fake pages to come on the internet and talk out the side of their asses. Y'all have to be the weakest dick niggas I have seen in my life. Like, you have got to be like the weakest fucking dick niggas to create a whole page to come on here and talk shit to a female. Y'all have no life. Like, y'all are the weakest link. This is why I said y'all be in y'all mama basement, baby, because y'all real men don't act like that. Like, y'all dicks got to be this big. Like, y'all probably have no dick at all. I have never seen an internet where people get on your page, on your video, and talk shit to you. I've never seen that. People with real minds don't do that. If I don't like something, I'm not watching that person's video. I don't understand y'all. Like, I don't understand the disconnect. You are just ignorant and retarded. And really, it just shows how weak dick y'all are. Because y'all are dudes behind the computer. Yeah. Men who get pussy in life, they don't act like this. This how I know y'all don't get no pussy. Because y'all are just weak dick niggas. Real grown men don't act like that. I don't know who raised y'all. Maybe y'all don't have no daddies, because y'all love to say black men ain't raising their kids. But it's a lot of y'all white dudes on here who are weak dick niggas. Like, weak dick. And I don't know who raised y'all. Y'all were not raised. That's what it is. Only white people think something is ghetto. We don't care what you think. Only white people talk like that. Only white people care about some stupid proper and English and ghetto and conversation. I'm not here to have conversations with none of y'all. You're weak dick niggas. That's just what it is. That's it. Grown men don't talk like this. Terry McCullough. Hello, Terry. I'm just not seeing your messages because I had to go through and delete and block a bunch of comments. Like, I don't understand it. It's ridiculous. I've had my business for 16 years. 16 years. Protest is trauma bonding, in my opinion. Skitty boy. Hey, I don't know. Because I protested downtown at City Hall, and we was definitely not trauma bonding. I'm going to say that. But it really showed me the truth about politics. It really showed me the truth about politics. Being able to go down to City Hall and see the antics and see the games that were played. So, for me, that's what it was. All right, let me block you. Let me block you. Let me block you. Help is on the way if you allow help to help. The journey is too long not to think about the one and only King and Savior. Okay, here we go. Y'all Christians can get off my page. I'm glad some people are not drinking the Kool-Aid. No, Kevin, some of us are actually smart and independent thinkers. Some of us actually know how to think on our own. We're not controlled by social media. What the fuck is that? We're not controlled by social media. We're not controlled by a Democratic or Republican Party. As I've stated on my channel 18,000 times before, I am an independent. I don't believe in the political party. Block and delete. Terry says, did you hear about the tax relief program they have for Cook County residents to have a big jump in their property tax? I did actually, Terry, and I sent the email out to my email list. So everybody that's on my email list got the information and the link to apply. So I am very familiar with that Cook County residents property tax program that property owners can apply for. So everyone that's on my email list in my community actually received that information. Hey, Miss Kriegler, how are you? Yep, they want my attention tonight, and I'm not even about to give it to them, baby. I'm not even about to give it to them. I'm just blocking and deleting tonight. I'm not about to give none of these weak-ass bots no time and energy, baby. I'm so over it. So over the social media fake bots trying to throw me off my mooster. No, protests don't change things immediately, but it's a movement to show where things are heading. Many said civil rights protests will not change things, but in the long run, change happen. If that's what you think, black people still fighting for civil rights for today, so that's your opinion. You can have that. What causes someone to be blocked on this channel? Talking crazy, how these bots are. I don't know if y'all able to see them because they say a lot of them are hidden comments. I put stipulations on my YouTube page and channel, so for certain words and terminology, it will automatically hide the comments. But I don't know if y'all could see the amount of bots and people that's on here talking shit and talking crazy. So yeah. What gets you blocked and deleted is talking crazy and out the side of your mouth. You can have an opinion, but getting on here talking crazy and out the side of your mouth, to me, that shit don't slide at all. I don't accept disrespect. So if you keep it peaceful, you be all right. Right, like that bitch ass nigga. Like Vel Rexy, right? Those type of comments. Shut your bitch ass up, that type of shit. Because they mad because I'm saying shit about them because it's true. They real mad. The boss is mad because I still was telling them that they don't wash their asses. So it's people in here that comments are hidden talking about they haven't washed their ass in 2 weeks. They got crust up their butt. See, that's what I was telling them the other day. So these are the same ones that's mad from my video the other day when I was telling them that our ancestors had to show them how to wash their behind. Right? They get on here, get to talking about go back to Africa, and then I have to tell them, my ancestors show you how to wash your behind. A lot of y'all don't even use washcloths. The fact that you don't have a washcloth hanging in your bathroom right now and you got doo-doo cracked up in your ass, that's what I said. They don't like that. Right? So they still mad about some shit from 3 days ago. So they on here. Them the bots that I'm talking about. Because I told y'all, John and Dan went into the bot room and told them, come over here to my page and channel. So now they all done came over here with their little attitudes because they got shit stuck up their ass. It's not my fault. Y'all don't know how to wash y'all ass with a washcloth, like I said. And they don't have no nerve, because this is the shit that you say on the internet. I walk around this whole country my whole life, and you don't see nobody talking like that. Don't nobody come and talk that shit to my face, but they be on the internet with this weak dick mentality, with this weak dick energy. So, see, but this is what social media has done. Social media has allowed people to get on the internet where they feel it's okay to talk crazy to you. So I'm blocking and deleting some more. Blocking and deleting some more. All the bots over here. Here they go. All the bots over here. Here they go. Charles, you don't want to ram my car today because you mess around and get cussed out today. I'm trying to stay in a peaceful mood. They drop it like flies in the chats here, but because I'm also blocking and deleting a lot of them. See, I'm not letting them stay on here. I said the same thing, girl. I said the same thing. It's impossible to have this many people come and sit on your live with no lives. But that's because they have no lives. When they sitting in the basement all day and they don't have no female, you know, a lot of them is 40-year-old virgins. They ain't never even tasted a female. They don't know what a female cooch look like. So they got the time. Them the ones who I'm talking about. John and Dan. That's what I said. John and Dan. Them the main ones that's on here mad. John and Dan. That's been in their mama basement their whole life. Them be the Unabombers. They be the ones making them bombs in the basement because they've never had no cooch a day in their whole life. So they get on here and they get mad when I said that. So, now I told y'all I have not smoked my weed. I have not smoked no weed in 42, what's today? 42, 43. It's been 6 weeks. I don't know if it's 43 days or 44 days, but I did buy me a Black and Mild tonight. As long as it's not no weed, I did buy me a Black and Mild because it's just been a lot going on. But I have not smoked no weed. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. And this is only the third black and mild that I've had in 6 weeks. So I really only do it when I just like and I don't even smoke freaking black and milds, but I'm like, I can't smoke no weed. That's the thing. I can't smoke no weed. That's the rule. No weed, no weed. And I don't do cigarettes, so I don't do them peeing things, none of that stuff. God said no weed, no weed. But baby, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna tell y'all some things have been happening, and your girl is making some moves, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Your girl is making some moves. That's what I thought it was. I got it out earlier. I thought it was a damn bug that flew on me. But your girl is making some moves, man. I'm proud. I'm happy. Some stuff. I done met some people down here in Dallas. I had a real good conversation. I got a real good meeting coming up this next week. So everything that I told God I wanted is literally coming into fruition. So I am in great spirits. I'm in a great mood. Crystal say, somebody pay them to sit on your live because ain't no way or the time of day. Girl, look, I promise you, Crystal, that's what I said, the same thing. Hope you're doing well and you're blessed. I jumped on your live because you have no problems blocking bad energy. Love it. Cool. They use this employer login. I don't care where they logging in from. I know they ain't gonna be on here. We all had our protest days, just didn't feel productive after a while. Staying engaged, I agree with though. Yeah, we all have our protest days, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, most protests don't do anything overall. And people got the right to speak their opinion, hold your signs up and all of that. But like I said, somebody asked me about the No Kings protest, I don't have no comment about it. I don't care about it. I didn't participate in it. I'm not somebody who thinks that he's considering himself to be a king or a dictator. That's other people who think that. I don't think that way. So I didn't have nothing to say about it. I just said he still woke up this morning president. And those are facts. So everybody can have their opinion and protest yesterday, but he still woke up this morning president. To me, if I'm gonna protest something, I'm gonna protest something that I can actually change, which is why I was down at City Hall. Because I'm like, okay, I can record this. I can show people what's happening, what's going on, so that they don't vote these same people in. You get what I'm saying? But protesting an already sitting president that's gonna be here probably for the next 4 years unless something happens, that to me is just not a good way. That's a waste of my time. That's not something that I would do. I'm gonna say that. Nah. To anybody else, do what you do. Nah, I'm not just gonna ignore them because that's y'all problem. You don't just allow people to get on your page and channel and say what the fuck they want to say. I don't know if you go live on your YouTube channel or not, but my YouTube channel is a business channel. I'm a business owner. So I'm not going to have videos and content with all of that different type of negative energy, negative words, people calling me out my name, saying, y'all don't even see half the stuff these people on here saying. They saying some very vulgar stuff. So no, that's not something that I'm going to just ignore. So you can keep that, Miss Everjoy. I don't agree with that. That's not something that you just ignore. That's why it happens, because y'all ignore it and don't address it. I'm someone who addresses the shit. I'm not somebody that just allows somebody to say shit to me and just ignore it. That's part of y'all problem, and why these motherfuckers have got comfortable on the internet talking how they do, because you just ignore it instead of checking it. So we not the same. I don't know Steve Coakley. I ain't seen no Steve Coakley message, so I can't speak on that. Seems like maybe you don't know what I see, baby girl. Maybe you should just mind your business and quit talking on here about what stuff seems like. You can't read the comments that I'm reading because they're not on here. So maybe you should just not talk about what you don't know. Right. You see, she wanna let me block her ugly hoe ass. I figured it was gonna be another one. I was waiting on some more shit for her to say. I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day. It's the bots on here that's mad. It's the bots on here that's mad. Dallas has been cool. Dallas has been cool. Yep, there you go. Unblock. Hide and block, hide and block. Girl, they will be all right with they stinking asses. They will be all right with they stinking asses. Like I said, people who got shit up their ass definitely will be all right. They be big mad on here. Whore. Your mom was a whore when she had you. When she had you, baby. Let me block and delete him. They be on here so big mad. It's easy for y'all to say ignore the ignorance when you're not reading and seeing the comments. It's real easy for y'all to say that. And when you get on your live every single day, most of y'all don't have the page and the following that I have. So you really don't understand. So really just be quiet. I'm going to just say that. Don't speak on somebody else's life when you don't know it. I have over 150,000 followers across 3 platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. The amount of comments that I get on here on a regular daily basis, y'all have no clue what my business goes through, what my pages go through. So please just be quiet. Don't tell me what to do. Again, I'm not you. I don't ignore shit. I'm definitely going to block it, though. I don't know how you got here. You can go and move around, though. That's what you could do. You can go on and move around. You say, I'm trying to quit smoking them myself. You smoke blacks, Tin Met? Yeah, I have been smoking weed shit my whole damn fucking life since I was in college. Shit, before college. But for real, since I was in college. So, to be 6 weeks, no smoking weed at all, that's a great thing. But I had to. I can go back once I make my $1 million. That's my goal that I set for myself. This is going to be my $1 million year. So God said, okay, you want this to be your $1 million year, you got to let that weed go. I need you to quit smoking. It's holding you back a little bit, which it was. So, because I was more with the indica. I wasn't really doing the sativa where it kind of, people say it keep you up. I was doing the indica. So the indica will have your ass stuck. You'll be sitting there stuck, supposed to be doing a whole dissertation. And you sitting there looking at your notebook like, so in order for me to make this $1 million year in this 4th quarter, that's one of the things that I had to do was let the weed go. You say I always stop for like a year or 2 for lung health. Oh, okay. You do the cleaning, get them herbs. I can definitely feel the difference in my breathing and how I breathe and how my breathing is from not smoking. Right, Tasha, nobody's perfect. And I'm not trying to be at all. That's one thing. You try to be perfect and you miss your purpose. Try to be perfect and you miss your purpose. For real, for real. We just ain't weed no more. We just ain't weed no more. Well, I think it all depends on who you get it from. I'm in Chicago, so I got hella cousins that had it, I'll say. But yeah, I don't go to know any and everybody. You definitely got to pay attention to who you was going to. And a lot of these dispensaries, they done switched up too. And another thing, like more recently, if I wasn't getting it from my cousins and them, that stuff was making my eye turn red. Like my whole eye would be like bloodshot red. So that's how I knew it was some shit on it. I'm like, So you definitely got to be careful out here. You got to be paying attention. Sometimes it just means it's just time for you to let it go. It's time for you to do something different. A lot of times, we have it as a coping mechanism. We all, some people drink at the end of the night. Some people smoke. Some people do whatever they do. Other people do other hard, crazy ass drugs that I've never done before. I've never done nothing but weed. Never popped no pill, none of that shit. No ecstasy, no meth, all type of shit people got going on out here. But life will have people with them coping mechanisms, and so you have to kind of learn and understand, especially when you're trying to do some shit. Like when you're trying to make some moves, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur. So when you're trying to make moves and handle business, it's certain things you need to be very aware of. You know what I mean? So your mind got to be right. Your mind got to be right. It's reversed for me. I'm trying to quit blacks. Okay. Yeah, I don't really mess with these. I get this wine black or whatever from time to time. Like I said, this is my third one that I've had in 6 weeks. And today was just was a lot going on. So my mom had an episode while we were out here. Well, she was about to have. Well, she had a slight episode, but I got her out of it. But when those happen, it can be extremely stressful. But we was able to switch it back. We was able to get her up out of it. So now at midnight, I'm finally able to relax. I was supposed to move around a little bit and do some things today, but hey, that's why I brought her with me, so I can keep monitor of her and keep control. Because the enemy will attack people close to you when they can't get to you. See, I'm a strong power. I'm a very strong power. I know who I am. And my light is bright, baby. This light on me is bright. And so the enemy be trying to attack my mama because he can't get to me. So it's all right. It's all good. She good. Yeah, you see, they all just leave. Once you start blocking some of them, they gone. I still got to block a few because I ain't scrolled down, I've been sitting here chilling, talking. Now I'm scrolling down to see what else we got on here. But once you start blocking majority of them, they'll move around, especially when they don't want to hit it. They got that, they don't know how to use that washcloth, That hurt their little feelings when that truth hurt. They don't got not damn washcloth in that bathroom. Proud of you too, shit. I'm trying again. Okay, I saw that one. I always stop and clear my lung for 2 years. When y'all say y'all trying, what do you do? What are you doing to actually try? Because what are you doing? Like, for me, the Most High been talking to me, like, since the beginning of the year. Been putting that bug in the back of my mind, like, I'm going to need you to quit smoking. So in my mind, in the back of my mind, I would be like, man, I need to quit smoking. Man, I need to quit smoking. So if you steady hearing that, if you steady getting that little birdie in your ear, like, man, I need you to quit smoking. I need you to quit smoking. That's for a reason. You got to tap into that. And you got to start praying about it. Whatever you feel, praying, meditating, whatever you do, whatever you believe in, you got to start asking your creator. That's why I call her the Most High. Because I don't know. We so used to saying man and God and all that shit, but we wasn't here 100,000 years ago when the earth was created. We don't know who the hell made us. We know we here, right? So for me, I like to say the Most High. I like to say my creator versus the terminology that man told us. And more importantly, no offense to none of my white people, but white men told us. Okay? So my ancestors was bamboozled by that whole Christianity bullshit. So, and the Bible and all that other stuff. So you got to learn your own self. You got to learn your own power. You got to learn your own being, not what somebody told you it is. And that's one thing about me. I don't just let society tell me this is how things are. Like, I figure stuff out on my own. I ask questions. And when people don't want to answer questions, I have a problem with that. Why do you have a problem with me asking questions? Your grandmama used to say, you don't question God. You don't question God. Yes, I do. Question God on a regular daily basis. And he answers me. And he gives me my answers that I need. So I don't listen to what my grandma used to say about, you don't question God. Okay, you don't question God. I do. And he tells me. And he confirms for me. A lot of times when I've questioned God, he will send me signs and symbols. It's called signs and symbols for the conscious mind. But see, your elders, they grew up in a different era. So they grew up in, you don't question God. Okay, that's you, grandma. You stay stuck and stagnant and don't know what you want to do in life. I'm going to ask the Most High. when I need answers and I'm confused, I'm going to ask him. And I haven't had no problem being told neither, because he definitely sends signs and symbols. So you do what's best for you, not what society told you to do, or not what your parent or your grandmama and them told you to do. Now, my mama was real religious. That was her that said don't question God. But my daddy mama, which is my grandmama, that's the civil rights leader, we never even had them conversations. I don't even know I don't even think they really went to church. I don't even really remember my dad's parents really going to church and talking about it like that. But my grandmama, my mama, oh baby, she was a devout Christian. That black Bible was in her hand every day. Every day, all day. So that's why I said I had the best of both worlds with both my parents. Both of my parents was completely different. And both of their parents was completely different. Both of my sets of grandparents was completely different. Completely. I love that. I feel like I'm very well versed because of that. So, but I've always been, I don't want to say rebellious, but I've always been a free thinker. I'll say that. That's what my mama called me. Free thinker. Can't nobody tell Patrice what to do. Nope, not even my mama. Not even my mama. All right, let me scroll down. Gotta make sure I don't got no more haters up in here. Yep, let me remove him. You remove him. Motherfuckers gonna troll anyway. It's not about giving people a reaction. It's called checking people. But that's your opinion, sir. That's your opinion. Some of y'all okay with ignoring it, and some of us it's not. It is what it is. That's the difference between me and you. You is you, and I am me. Somebody said, "Are you black?" Well, with 278,000 followers on Twitter, you probably would not entertain people on BS. Twitter is a different platform as well. Twitter is a completely different platform. Hello from Argentina. You say weed is my bitch. Skinny box, you say, oh, weed is my bitch, but blacks do buy the motherfucker win. Yeah. You say, I stopped smoking bud, been a year. Start back when I make my million. Okay? I said, when I hit my $1 million mark, then baby, I'm gonna puff me one to the head. It's cool then. It won't be no problem. And that's where I'm on my way to, baby. That's where I'm on my way to. Can't wait for this week to get back to Chicago. I'm sitting down with my investor. God has been good though. A lot has happened in these last 6 weeks since I stopped smoking. I'm gonna say that. A lot has happened in these last 6 weeks. So that's confirmation. That's the confirmation. Let me hide them. Everybody that come on here be from the west side, K-Town. K-Town must be cool with me. Everybody that I get over here that say they from the west side be from K-Town. What's up, Tasha from Chicago, now in Alabama? I quit smoking weed a week. Chicago don't let me quit smoking weed right now. Skinny boy, if you got shit you want to do, man, as much as Chicago gets on my nerve, I had to let it go, man. It took me a minute. It took me some months to finally do it. I felt like I started getting them voices in my head like in February, March. And it was really on me. Like, I was like, man, I got to stop smoking. 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 So, you'll know when it's time. And then that blood moon happened. That's what it was for me. That blood moon did it. That blood moon really did it. And it reset me. It really reset me mentally. Priya say, weed help me focus. Hey, some people it do. I've heard some people say that too, that it helps you focus. I know me. For me, it don't. It don't help me focus. It used to a little bit, like when I was filing taxes or some nights. But now, it was more throwing me off. And then again, it depends on the type and the kind that you're smoking. Everybody don't do sativa. Everybody don't do indigo or hybrid. All that matters. So, but I've heard people say that it helps them focus or whatever. I quit Miles like 11 years ago. Best decision ever. Mental health problems definitely run in the family. Here we go. Here they go. Let me block and delete. Talking about been smoking since I was 2. Smokey, that's a little early. That's a little early there, Smokey. That's a little early there. You see Brian on here trying to spell out the word nigga. They be so mad, y'all. They be so mad. Brian, type it on the internet because you'll never be able to say it to me in my face. That's what y'all love to do. Get behind here. John and Dan probably never heard of a wash rag. They have it. That's why they got all they bots out here talking shit. That's why they got all they bots out here. That's why they got all they bots out here. I'm just blocking and deleting. I'm just blocking and deleting. Your mama. I know, your mama had you. Them be the hoes. Them the hoes in your life. It's your mama, sir. I smoke Miles after I eat a good meal. King Charles on here talking about you smoke Miles too. After you eat a good meal. Most people do that smoke, right? That's even the cigarette people. After they eat a good meal, they go out and smoke. Same way with those of us who was weed smokers. We had you a nice blunt after you eat your meal. Today was just a little rough today, so I'm like, okay. I walked to the gas station and got me a little black lmao. But I'm cool now. Long as it's not weed, that's what I have to stay away from. No weed smoking, no weed smoking. I quit cold turkey, then I just ignored the cravings. But I do smoke weed, though. I have lupus, fibromyalgia, and arthritis. Well, Forever 55, I hope you get all of that cleared up. I'm going to share with you. You definitely should get on some herbs, some herbal teas. One of the things that I've got is the herbal teas from the Goddess Collection. Crystal, she out of Louisiana. And that's even helped myself and my mother. So that blood purifier tea that she got, like I've seen a big difference in my body and even my mom's health with some of the teas. So everything is curable. I want you to know that you can cure every and any dis-ease. It's called disease, but you know the herbalists like to say dis-ease. Literally every single thing could be cured. You got to let meat, dairy, and sugar go. If you let meat, dairy, and sugar go Forever 55, every single thing that you just put on here, you can get rid of. In the front of my mind, every day I think that quit smoking is not like eating, I feel. They so disrespectful on here. Let me hide that. Okay, y'all couldn't see that. Yeah, it's a lot of comments y'all can't see because they automatically hidden. I'm glad I put them blocks on my page. Once I started getting all them bots, I went in my settings and put in certain settings. So I see it's hidden for y'all, but I could see it, and I just have to block them. I would rather smoke than take opioids. Addiction in the family, I was born into it. Praying for you, 455, Forever 455. You come up out of that. You can overcome everything. Every single thing. You can overcome it. In fact, I don't know what questions to ask him. Well, that's one thing you got to kind of think about first there, dear. You got to kind of know what you want to ask him. What you want to change. And sometimes you can just start off with that, like, hello, God. I don't know what to ask you. Like, you just acknowledging them. You know what I'm saying? You're just acknowledging the Most High. Show gratitude. Say thank you for your life. You don't necessarily got to know what questions to ask, but show gratitude. When you show gratitude, it go a long way. I'm going to sit back because I feel like my neck is hurting. I'll see my view. I got a nice view down here. So while I sit here, look at y'all questions, I'm going to sit here and look at my view. But yeah, showing gratitude changes a lot. Just wake up in the morning and say thank you. Thank you for waking me up this morning. If you got a house to live in, if you got food to eat on the table, if you got hot water to take a shower in, say thank you. Show gratitude. Gratitude. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for my house. Thank you for my bed. Thank you for my car, my job. Thank you for having money in the bank, food on the table. Like, it don't always got to be you asking a question. It could really just you saying being grateful for what you do have. Most people not grateful for the basics. If you got a roof over your head, you got food to eat, you got clothes on your back. Most people don't even wake up and say thank you for that. A lot of people thinking bigger and bigger and want more and more, but you ain't even thankful for what you do got. How you supposed to get more and you can't even say thank you for what you do got? So it don't necessarily always got to be a question. It's just saying thank you. That's it. I wish I could smoke. I used to, but when they dropped my thyroid, my radioactive. Ooh. Sorry about that, Toddy. Let me block you because you look like you finna say some other crazy shit. Black Man Lion, thank you. The seeds and the trees will definitely heal you. The seeds and the trees will definitely heal you. Hi from England. Westside Cali in the house. I've heard that before too, Easy. I'm not bothered by people saying I look like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah is a beautiful woman. I look like myself though. I mean, if I favor her to you, that's on you. But I'm Patrice. I look like me all day. So not nobody else. Thank you, faithful. Faith is all we need. Thank you. I'm in positive modes, Mike Dog. Thank you. He said the weed nowadays is damn strong. Yeah, it's different. They putting some stuff on it. Let me block you. See, I ain't giving these bots the time of day. I really let people be moderators when they ask to be a moderator to block people. I just don't have specific moderators on here. But when I have people that offer the help, then I accept it. Thank you, Mike Love. Yeah, man, you got to have gratitude. You got to have gratitude. If you waking up every day, life is a gift. Y'all not promised tomorrow. That's the false reality. That's the false sense of I can't even think no more. That's the false sense of human mindset, is that you gonna be here forever. You know, that's the only thing that we all have is a death date, and you don't know when that date gonna be. So if you waking up every day and you ain't thanking the Most High for the basics, like waking you up, breathing, being able to walk on your own, talk on your own, breathe on your own. I knew a young lady that got shot being with her drug dealer boyfriend, and she got paralyzed. Beautiful young lady. And she can no longer walk. I'm sure she didn't think that was going to happen, right? So you you really naive if you waking up every morning and not thanking the Most High for you waking up. It's a gift. That's why it's called a gift. Every day is a gift, because you literally don't know when your last day gonna be here. So you need to be very specific with saying thank you. Sabrina say I'm from South Shore as well. Are you my great grandmom? I can't be your great grandmom. Definitely can't be your great grandmama. Let me block and delete you. Block. Here goes some more bots. Block and delete. Oh, it's definitely spirit of anger all over the United States. We in a spiritual warfare. All of this that we going through right now is spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare, baby. That's why you got to ask for covering and protection every single day. That's why I wear my covering and protection every single day. Every single day. You got to definitely know and understand that we walking amongst demons around this mog. Sit literally straight demons. Is this Shine person? Let me block him because I think he trolling. You say I love to get Brian out the chat. Okay. I can't see everybody because I have to scroll. Let me make you a moderator. And then who's the other young lady? Tasha Gary says she'll be a moderator. Oh, my bad, Tasha. I think I hit the wrong button on you. Let me go back. Add as a moderator. Okay, I made you two ladies moderators so y'all can see what I can't see. I know I got way more to scroll down to. I'm moving slow tonight. Exactly. That's why it's called the present bun, K. You say, Sean, did you meet Jesus when you died? I just blocked him. I just already blocked him because that's what I thought. He was out here talking a little too much. Baby, them demons is real, baby. They be on here on my live every day trying to come in. Okay, I got it. I'm up. I caught up. We down to the most recent comments now. Ooh. I don't pray nothing that's up in that Bible. Honestly, I haven't read the Bible. I've maybe read a couple of pages and chapters. I'm not into the whole Bible thing. So my connection with the Most High is my natural connection. So how I pray and meditate is just that. Whatever's on my mind, whatever I'm feeling. But I'm not into Christianity. I don't do religion. I'm not heavy on that Bible because it's not true. It's a lot of pages ripped up out that Bible. I have dipped and read the Ethiopian Bible. Now that Bible I might consider, but the King James version of a Bible, no. I'm not sitting down watching. I'm not sitting down reading that. It could be some passages here and there, but I'm cool on that. My relationship with the Most High is my authentic relationship with the Most High. That's it. You don't need nobody else. You don't need you don't need all that. It's you and the Most High. I don't need an in between interpreter. So I talk to him directly, and that's what it is. I stopped going to church. I don't do church. I don't do congregated religion. I don't do none of that. The energy is extremely high right now. We are ascending rapidly. I will also tell you, God's true name is in your breath from the moment you are born to your last. Okay? I can agree to that. They definitely hate the real. And society hates when you will not conform. I'm not a conformative person. I've already shared. I live a different life than the average person. Right? I've been an entrepreneur for the last 16 years. I've been solely and completely self-employed the last 12. And I don't live the average life that the average person does. So I don't do what average people do. So when you know you're not average, you know, I don't have to conform. That's a conformity. And I'm so far away from a conforming mindset. And a lot of the world don't like that when you're not conforming, when you're not doing what they doing. So go ahead and get me some rest tonight. My mama should already be asleep. She should already be asleep. It ain't no real subject matter. It's kind of random. People on here talking, asking questions about the Most High. Smoking. I was telling them I stopped smoking. It's kind of open. You say, now I have to start reading the Ethiopian. I can't spell really good. Sorry. Hey, I know what you mean. Sorry, but it precedes either the Gavin. Are you saying Gavina? Which has only 88 books, and the King James Version was actually written by a king. So thereby 66 books. Okay. Yeah. Some of that stuff in there just is Genesis, he means. Okay. Precedes either Genesis, is that what you're saying? Precedes Genesis, which is only 88 books. Yeah, for me personally, when I started reading some of that stuff, I just was like, I don't believe this. This don't make sense. It don't sound like it. So a lot of that stuff I just didn't believe in the Bible. They got to talking about trumpets and horns and different type of animals blowing trumpets and horns and some other stuff, and it just was like, I just was like, what? Like, it just nah. So some stuff you just not gonna tell me, that this is what it is. So I had put that Bible down after that. I didn't like that. The Ethiopian predates either of those Bibles by 600 years. Right. That's why I said if I was to read one, it would be the Ethiopian Bible. But I have not read the Black King James Version Bible in its entirety. I've only read a couple of passages here and there, what I maybe have heard in church or somebody say. You know, everybody love to say Psalms or some other, couple other ones that they preach all the time about, you know. Popular ones I have seen or heard, but have I actually sat down and took the time to read the Bible in its entirety? No, I have not, and I don't plan on it. So I was sharing my relationship with the Most High is my relationship with the Most High, which is me just speaking to my Creator. That's it. I don't need a person or a book in between that. When I wake up in the morning and I say, thank you, Most High, I say, thank you for my life. I say, thank you for whatever I'm going to say thank you for. And I go on about my day. I don't have to have all these different scriptures and this and that. You know, that's not me. So if that worked for you, great. But for me, it don't. I have a natural connection with my Creator, and that's just what it is. Years, and I meant what sounds like Geneva. Do we just use the same link? So I switched it for tomorrow. Trust in God. I had to renew my domain name, so it's taking like up to 24 hours for the link to connect again. But I switched it to, it's not gonna be tomorrow night because I'm still in Dallas, and I'm not leaving Dallas until 7. I'm gonna be at the airport during class. So me and Gary changed it to Thursday. So class is gonna be on Thursday. So any of you all that was interested in the trust class, it's gonna be on Thursday now. Okay. Same time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. But it's going to be on Thursday now because I forgot I was here traveling. I'm like, gee, I can't be on the class because I'm going to be at the airport. So we switched it. So we pushed it out a couple of days. So thanks for saying that, trust in God. It's been a minute. That's what I started with, Revelations. Yeah, it was... Because, you know, everybody in these last couple of weeks, not weeks, in these last couple of years, but keep on talking about, we at the end of time. We at the end of time. So, yeah, you're right. I think I did start with Revelations. Because I'm like, let me see what they is talking about. What they keep on talking about, we at the end of time. We at the end of time. So, I did start with Revelations when I told you the trumpets and all that stuff. Yeah. If God wants us to know all of that, we must go through different channels. Why not reveal the things he wants us to know or do? Very good mindset. We have to use our energy to raise the vibrations, get back to being a righteous nation. Religion was made to control the masses. That's exactly how I feel, Faith. We on the same page, Faith. That's exactly how I feel. Because you can't sit here and tell me that them people, y'all white ancestors and my black ancestors, that out of everything that they did to us, they decided to give our ancestors this Bible and tell them that this God just loves you so much in this Bible and do this and do that. Nah. But they was eating you, taking your teeth out your mouth, making furniture out of you, doing all type of horrendous things to you, but they decided to give you this Bible and give you Christianity. Baby, bye. Baby, bye. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. I've been reading the Ethiopian one. It's a really heavy book. Right, it's a huge book. Way bigger than that King James, because that King James, they done ripped so many pages and things out. They was calling you nigga in the real King James version. They got pages where they ripped out calling you a nigga. So you not finna sit here and tell me that that's the Bible that I should be reading. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. JS, the books of Enoch alone will be hard to handle. Ooh-wee. We are spiritual beings. Religion is man-made. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith. I'm glad to see somebody on here that's on my same wavelength, baby. Because religion is man-made. Everybody think that religion is what it is. That's why you got 15 different ones. Everybody's supposed to be. Everybody religion is the right one though, right? Yeah. That's why I don't do religion. People been saying it's the end of time since I was little. They have. They have. They have. Because he was thinking about my award dinner was very nice. Yes, it was. It was very nice. I'm gonna post a picture up here for y'all. I didn't post it on here. I posted it on my other social media, but I didn't put it on my YouTube channel. I was put the video up that we took of it. She did real good with the awards. She handmade them all, which I like. She's very creative. She has a creative group actually. So they're all creatives. They're crafty women. They make all type of stuff. But yeah, it was very very nice. Very very nice event. So thank you, Trust in God. Religion is like a bus where a group of people are of a one mindset spiritually. You're driving on your own path in search of enlightenment. Yep, yep, yep. Fall 368, 3068. And did you get more favorable opinion about Texas, or you still deciding? Uh, I only hung out yesterday. I was supposed to go out today. I was sharing. I think you just got here, trusting God. I was sharing that my mom had a couple. She had a episode, so I ended up not going out to where I was supposed to go today. So when I hung out yesterday, it was nice. I would have to come back here a couple more times though to really see, but it still ain't giving me them vibes that I get when I go down to Florida. But something to consider, because I know the cost of living in Florida is going to be more, but that's why I'm striving on my $1 million year so I can do what I need to do. But I'm not concerned about that. That's what a lady was saying to me yesterday. She was like, I know. She was like, the cost of living is a little higher in Florida, and you're going to have the hurricane insurance on there. But, ultimately, you got to do what's best for you and wherever God leads you. And I'm like, exactly. So everybody want me to come here or check Dallas out, but it's cool. I like the air. It's clean. Anytime I go to a city, I pay attention to the air. How do the air smell? What's my energy? How do I feel when I'm here? So it's cool. It's all right. I can't say too much. I only been here one day. You say I'm a Texan, you cool by me. She's doing better now. She's doing better. Like I say, when the enemy can't attack you, they always try to get to the people that's closest to you. So I know my power. I know my light. So when the enemy try to attack me, they know that my mom is the most important person in my life. So she been going through some warfare this last year and a half, but it's gonna be all right. She covered and protected, long as she got me. So she's straight. It's not hot here right now. You see, I got my sweater on. I'm cold. It's a little wind. It didn't feel like I brought the windy city with me. It was nice the first 2 days. Then yesterday, after it rained, it's like the temperature dropped. It rained yesterday, and then the temperature just been down since. But this ain't cold like Chicago cold, so I ain't complaining. But I think it's still nice at home. Shit, when I left home, it was 70-something degrees. So, and normally in Chicago, right before Halloween, it always gets cold. It can be nice, but it always drop and get rainy and cold, and it always end up raining on Halloween every year. For Halloween in Chicago, it gets cold and rainy. It get cold and rainy. Hold on, I missed a couple of y'all comments. You say, well, I don't want to freak too many out, but I am spiritual. Do not like the idea of a brick and mortar. Aha says, I meant spirituality. I'm glad a lot of our indigenous people are waking up to the BS. Girl, yeah, I've been woke up. I never was into the whole church and the Bible thing. So, and the church that I did go to for a little while in Chicago, it's Pastor Hannah, and it's only because he non-denominational. So he don't. He's he just teach you to have a relationship with God directly. So that's where I was going when I was going, but I haven't been to Pastor Hannah Church in 3 years. I just don't do the whole. Excuse me. I just don't do the whole congregated religion thing no more. I never really felt comfortable in them, though. That's the funny part. Even as a kid, I used to be looking around like, this don't feel right. So, but I had to make sure that I got my relationship back with my Creator, because after my father passed away of cancer, I really was mad at the Most High. So I quit talking to God for like a solid 5 or 6 years. And then I ended up going to Pastor Hannah Church, and he kind of really opened my eyes up to teach about how to have a relationship with God, how to talk to God, how to pray to God. So somebody was asking, well, I don't know what questions to ask, and I learned that from Hannah. He just thank him for waking you up in the morning, thank him for what you have, thank him for your life, your house, your blessings, your eyes, your ears, your limbs, your hands, because there's people that went to work today and messed their hand up. Now they can't use their hand. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And then, all of us know people like that. Somebody that lost something, or somebody that got hurt or shot, and now they paralyzed or a vegetable and can't move. Like literally your life could change in the blink of an eye. So you got to be thankful for what you do have. And I will get that to Hannah. Hannah definitely brought that back in me to have my relationship with my Creator. So you just got to do what's best for you. Find what works for you and do what's best for you. And the laws don't bother me, and I don't bother them. It's in the 80s here in Alabama. We still using our air conditioner. Oof, girl. All right then, Miss Tasha. Right. It's in the 80s. We still using our AC. I do like the South, though. That's one thing I will say. I feel like Southerners are a little more connected to their roots. Like y'all understand a little more of the value of the land and the property than up north in Chicago. I just feel like Chicago has just gotten like so vain. Like it's all just about the things, you know what I mean? Like what you wearing and what you driving and it's not like no. And that's not with everybody. Let's get me wrong. It just took me longer to find the people who thought like me. I'll say that. Who thought like me as far as like the value of land and ownership and building. It's just you just got so many fake and phony people that it just takes it take longer sometimes to find the tribe of people that you can actually do life with, that you can actually build with. And because I sit on this real estate board, And some of those people are the ones that I would say like I have built relationships with. You know what I mean? And where we can do business and where we can have conversations about building and buying land and speaking up for our neighborhood and our community and, fighting for, as we say, democracy and housing. But it took me a while to find those type of people in Chicago. You know what I mean? So I think it's just sometimes when you grow up in the city, you grow up in that concrete kind of jungle mentality. Chicago is real segregated, real. A lot of people are for self now. It's not it's not real community driven. Everybody got their own individual agendas and stuff now. So I'm not out much in Chicago. I'm not out into the scene. I'm not in spaces where the average person frequents. Like, I'm not doing clubs and all that stuff. So it's just certain places you won't see me because of the vibes and the energy. And I'm big on energy. Like, I can read energy when I walk in the room, before I walk in the room. I can read people real. And so it's hard to be fake and phony. I've never been fake and phony. So I can't go sit in rooms and fake smile and kick it when I could just see all over your face that you evil. You know what I mean? I can just feel your evil energy, your spirit, your aura is bad. It's nasty. I ain't finna be out here like that. So I've always been more of a loner. Say in the 80s, yeah, it'd be good to get a break. Well, that's cold in Chicago. Okay, I've been on here an hour and a half, y'all. I'm finna go. I did not realize it's been a freaking hour and a half already. It's like 97 minutes. Now, what the heck is y'all still doing up? Look, I ain't on vacation, but I'm out of town. And y'all up at 1:30 in the morning. What y'all doing up? Say y'all wear mink coats in Chicago. It's so cold. Yeah, we do. I don't have a mink coat, but some people do, yeah. Say Chicago is coochie cold. God loves when we ask questions and talk to him. He loves us. He loves to show us he's real. Exactly, Tasha. And that's what I was saying earlier about some of our grandparents and how they was indoctrined. You know what I'm saying? That's an indoctrination from the white people telling them when they gave them Christian handbooks. You know what I'm saying? Don't question God. Now, you don't want me to question God while my grandmama, great grandmama sitting there in the room being slaves, and you telling them don't question God. Like, they should have been questioning him every day. How in the hell did we get here? How do we rise up? Like, how do we get out of this? But that's what I was saying. Don't let y'all grandmamas tell y'all don't question God, baby. Because just like Tasha said, he loves you. He wants you to ask him questions so he could show you just how real the Most High is. And I think the Most High is a woman, to be honest. Jesus, as they say, came here and died on the cross and all that stuff. That's a whole nother other story. I ain't going to even go there on how I feel about that. But we'll say that for another day. But I can't even think no more. I'm getting off here. That's very true. Life can bring some challenges. Bahamas is deep, deep south. I'm in Oklahoma, but I want to move to Texas. It's too conservative here. It's real conservative in Oklahoma? Isn't Texas kind of conservative? Oh, no. Texas, who here that said they here from Texas? Tasha, is Texas considered conservative? I thought most red states was considered conservative. Maybe I'm wrong. Weatherford is about 2.5 hours west of I-290. It has a bit of everything. Well, I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'll be going back to Chicago, and the horses are beautiful. Weatherford, Texas. Okay. I bet you would really look good in the mink. I mean, I had one back in the day. I don't have one now. I had one back in my like early 20s. Oh, thank you, God. Trusting in God. Tasha. Oh, you in Alabama, Tasha. Okay. Who was that said they was in Texas on here? Toddy. Okay. Too Hottie. Too Hottie said she was in Texas. You said my family called me an atheist because I told them the church was full of... girl, that's what they gonna do. You can't have this conversation with everybody, baby. They get in their feelings. They get in their feelings. That's why I said, you see how they on there acting with Deontay Cal ever since he made that video about the Christians. Girl, all over TikTok. That's all I've been seeing. They've been mad at Deontay Cal. They've been mad at Deontay ever since he said, you praying up to a white Jesus, but you ain't praying to your ancestors that you know died for your behalf, that you know was here, that's in your bloodline. I agree with him though. Everything he said, I wholeheartedly agree with it. Every single thing. I just posted a video that he just did on here. Everything Deontay said in that video, I wholeheartedly agree with it. Wholeheartedly. And that's what the Christian people will tell you. You don't pray to the dead. But y'all praying to the dead. You telling us don't pray to the dead, which is our ancestors, but Jesus is dead. He died. Y'all literally said he died on the cross. Y'all sip and do the communion of drinking his blood and with wine. Like y'all, the baby, they are so hypocritical. So hypocritical. I say, I know my ancestors. I know my grandmama and my great grandmama. I'm definitely gonna honor them and speak on them. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me, well, you don't worship the dead. And I don't understand how us honoring our ancestors is worshiping the dead. That don't even make no sense. Because my cousin said that to me. I was like, okay, girl. Like, I'm not even finna go back and forth with her. We know we don't worship the dead. You don't worship the dead. I don't worship the dead either. But acknowledging my ancestors, who I know was here, who I can see, who I can touch them. I'll say I have touched them. Right, they're no longer here, but I know them people. You want me to praise somebody that I've never seen before, but it's a problem when I acknowledge my ancestors and the work and the sacrifices that they made. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me. So I'm not arguing back and forth with nobody about what they feel and think, but that just makes no sense to me. My name is Patrice Mybex. Good evening. But my name is not Patricia, it's Patrice. Patrice. I'm gonna need y'all to stop calling me Patricia. That's my mama name. I'm always up at this time. Where your best in Chicago? What the hell is going on over here? It sound like hell or something coming about them trees. The sky is clear. But yeah, I'm always up at this time. Say, I agree. I think there's a Most High Father and the Mother. The middle of the country sucks. It probably does. I wouldn't see myself in Oklahoma. I met somebody that was from Arkansas yesterday, and they moved here. They moved to Texas. And I was asking them when they go back to Arkansas, and they was like, no, never. It's nothing to do there. It's a smaller town. So yeah, Oklahoma and Arkansas, no. I wouldn't pick those places first. I said, we'll see. The Most High lead me and guide me as far as to where I'm supposed to be. But I would have to come back down here Whew. A couple more times before I decide. I'm finna get off of here, y'all. I'm ready to go to bed now. The black mega churches are what's leading our people lost. They are. I agree. I totally agree. And a lot of these pastors, they on there talking all that stuff, and they not even living the life that they telling them to live. We ain't even gonna go there, but yeah. People like to be led and told what to do, especially our people. I don't know why. I don't know if it's from the days of slavery and civil rights and wanting to be a part of something or wanting to be, I don't know. But I ain't from that mindset. I don't let people tell me what the hell to do. I do what I want to do. That's what people don't like because I'm not conforming to what they used to do. So if you want to get up and go to church and praise with your pastor and his lying ass there Sunday, then hey, more power to you, okay? Um, you say, if you don't mind me asking, what do you think about this voting rights issue? It's going on in that conversation for another day. Definitely gonna be a conversation for another day, but honestly, I'm gonna just even tell you this. That's a whole other thing of conformity, the whole voting rights issue. Because even the voting is fake. The fact that you have an electoral college that really makes the full decision, that's a whole nother other thing. So yeah, the people vote, but technically you have an electoral college that does the voting actually. So I really think people need to let politics go as far as conforming into red and blue. I really think more people need to be independent. And when you are independent, you can come with your own agenda and how you want things to be done. You can ask for things. Like, we're the only group of people that don't ask for our vote. They just automatically vote Democrat. Whereas other people, when they vote, they have an agenda, right? They have certain things that they're asking for, and they're able to get it. That's why you see so many immigrants with the lives and the benefits that they have. Right, but the American black people is still here begging for reparations. Meanwhile, they have let all type of immigrants in this country and giving them all type of sources of funding. They get them money to start businesses. They don't make no excuses for them, but they consistently have made excuses for people who look like me. And people who look like me are okay with it. They literally on here telling you to go outside and march and praise and go out there and stand with the immigrants. Meanwhile, they have gotten all your money. Meanwhile, they have paid all of them your reparations. So, I can't, I'm not with the whole voting, the whole red and blue thing. It's not what it is. It's not what it is. And then when you say that, people don't want to have that real conversation. Oh, so you okay that ICE is here and you okay with this? I'm okay. Yes, I am okay that ICE is here in Chicago. I very much am okay with it because we have been overran in certain areas of Chicago. We have the gangbangers, the drug dealers that they let out their prisons. They're in my neighborhood. They're in my community. So, and we're being terrorized over there. And meanwhile, 31st Street used to be all black. It's completely Indian now. It's three huge buildings that used to be all black, and it's all Indian now. And a lot of them are on Section 8, getting government assistance, getting their medical paid for. A lot of them are medical. Uh, if you go to the doctors now, a lot of your doctors are foreigners. You don't see a whole lot of black and white doctors anymore. You see a lot of foreign doctors. So people mad at some of the stuff that Trump's saying, and of course, I don't agree with everything that Trump say. No president you agree with, no mayor, no politician you're gonna completely 100% agree with. But some of the stuff that Trump is talking about, I am not against that shit, and he's not lying. And those are who the people that they're cutting off. They're not cutting off your grandma on her Social Security. They're not. Are they cutting off these foreigners? Yes, they are. Because these people have come over here and taken more benefits from the American taxpaying citizens than the own American taxpaying citizens. And then you got people on here telling you, well, why aren't you speaking up for them? Why the fuck will we be speaking up for them when they over here straight? It's foreigners that run the black community. Chinese, Asian, Arab, Indian that have businesses. And they just got here. So how in the fuck are they able to get a business loan and open up a whole business in my neighborhood and community? But when we, the black people, ask for a business loan and we've been here, been paying taxes here, like, does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. So it's a system. It's systematic. And no. So whatever voting rights, I haven't even read all of that stuff or what you're talking about, truth. But no. 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 Back when the slaves were freed, EA families got 600 acres. What's EA families? I have to scroll up and make sure I ain't had no people in here. I thought I had somebody that was trolling, but it don't look like it. Yes, Faith. That's what we are. Independent and critical thinkers, baby. Definitely a leader, not a follower. We don't do the following. See, I tell people that and they get mad. They get mad because they brainwashed, baby. They are brainwashed. They are brainwashed. And you can't change people that are brainwashed. You can't talk to people that are brainwashed. Can't talk to people that are brainwashed. I see things for how it is. I don't see things for systems and what make people feel good, the lies people want to tell themselves. That's the difference. We could get the same things if we voted in a block. Right. Now that I agree, trust. Black folk take anything because they scared to ask for what they want. Right, Faith. And I'm not. I'm not scared to say what I want. I'm not scared to ask for what I want. But I'm not asking nobody. I'm not asking no man, whether you white, red, blue, green, black, yellow. I'm not asking no man for nothing. I got out here and got on pick what they let tell us, pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get it done. I picked myself up by my bootstraps and I got it done. The life that I wanted, I created it. I'm not asking nobody to give me that life. I've never been on Section 8, housing, link, nothing. I've never been on no government assistance a day in my life. My mama was never on government assistance. After my mama and my daddy divorced, they was married when they had me. Once they got divorced, I was around 4. And my mama never ever was on link or Section 8. She always said she never wanted to depend on the government to survive. So she always worked a 9 to 5. She worked and worked and took care of me And same as my daddy. My dad always worked and got his PhD and, taught and did things. So the people who I had in my life worked for everything that they wanted. We never asked nobody to do shit. I'm not asking nobody to provide for me and take care of me. That don't even make sense. And when you do that, you allow somebody else to have control of your life. That's what I was saying on here earlier. The women that's mad about maybe not getting their SNAP benefits because the government is shut down or whatever. But that's you that have put your life and kids in a predicament to where you depending on the government to survive. So now when the government shut down, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like people, that's the false sense of security. That's what I'm saying. And see, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 16 years, 12 completely self-employed. But when you an entrepreneur and you make your own way and you make your own money, we don't think like everybody else. I don't think no job and no man, like any job that you work in a 9 to 5, that's you allowing somebody to control your life and your destiny. If they let you go today and you don't have no money saved up, you don't have 6 months worth of savings, you don't got 12 months worth of savings, then guess what? You have allowed society to control you. You have allowed that 9 to 5 job to control you, and that's why so many people don't speak up. That's why corporate America is the way that it is today, because people are scared to speak up for themselves because they're scared to lose their job. But see, I don't come from that fearful type of mindset. That's why I had to get out of that. And when I got let go in 2013, I made the choice right then that I never wanted nobody to have no control over my life like that. So I went all in with my business. I had already started my business part-time. I just decided to pick it up and go full-time with it. But yeah, my dad had his PhD in accounting. Like I say, I come from some cloth, I'm proud of my heritage and my lineage. But they also showed me and taught me. I think my dad was making $125,000 as a PhD. I made that my first year in business, working for myself. And I didn't have to go back and get my master's and my PhD like he did. I got my bachelor's degree, but I didn't have to go back to college and do additional schooling and all this other stuff. So I just was sitting here like, damn, I'm making more than what my dad, who was a PhD professor back in 2013, because he died at the end of 2013. I was like, I'm making more than what my dad was making being self-employed. When you self-employed, there's no limit to your income. I can make 500 today, or I can make 5,000, or I can make 50,000. Like there is no limit when you run your own life. There's no limit to my income. It's a lot of days I don't work. I've barely worked this year. This is the slowest year that I've had because I've been more focused on my mom and my mom's health. But I haven't even done as many tax people like I normally do. I do probably almost 200 tax clients. And I probably barely saw like 85 clients this year. But I'm straight. I'm going to always be straight. I'm going to always be straight, because one thing I do is I take damn good care of my mother. And if anything y'all Bible tell y'all is what? Honor thy mother and thy father, right? So I've always honored my parents, always honored my grandparents, always respected my elders. So God gonna always make sure I'm good. I don't even worry about things anymore, because I know whatever's meant for me is going to come to me, and I know I'm going to always be provided for and protected. And when you think like that and you live like that, it happens. It's power in the tongue. You just got to believe it. If you believe it, that's all you got to do is believe it. And then walk it. You got to believe it, but you also got to walk that life. A lot of people say it, but they don't really believe it. That's why you got a lot of fake Christians that go to church every Sunday. They just go hear that word, but they're not living that life. If you're not living like a good steward, you're not really helping people. You're not doing the things. If you still walking around with a nasty, bad attitude, you mean, you out here promiscuous, sleeping with everything and everybody, what's the point of you going to church on Sunday? That's just a facade. So I don't have to do that. Everything that you see that I speak on this internet, that's how I live my life. What you see is what you get. I am very real and honest, and that's it. I'm not on here to be fake and phony. I'm not on here to portray some lifestyle that I'm not living. Like, that's what's wrong with the world. And that's what I saw a lot in church. I saw a lot of fake and phony. Fake and fucking phony. So it ain't no point in you praising on Sunday and then you got a nasty ass attitude when you walking into the parking lot. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, no. No. My siblings didn't treat my parents right, and I'm having a hard time dealing with them passing. I'm sorry about that, trust in God. And the only person who can really heal your heart is the Most High. So I'm gonna ask you to lean more into asking the Most High to give you forgiveness over them. Because me and my stepmother did not get along growing up. And me and my dad actually got into it real bad. I'm glad I was able to rectify things with him before he did actually die and pass. Because I was literally sitting on the side of his bed, of his hospice bed at home, holding his hand when he took his last breath. So I was glad that I was able to be there for him in that time. But me and him got into it real bad. I didn't talk to him for almost a year because of my stepmother. And for a long time, I was mad at her and him. But in life, you have to forgive people. You got to forgive people. And I went through therapy. I would also recommend that, trust in God. I would recommend that you go talk to a therapist. Because I know in our culture, too, that that's something that's a little taboo, that black people don't like to go to therapists or a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists and therapists are two different people. All right? But it's okay to go to a therapist. It's okay to talk it out with somebody who's non-biased, right? Someone who doesn't know you and your family, that can give you a different perspective. But I went to a therapist for 11 months. I went to a therapist for 11 months to talk about my childhood trauma because I was treated differently being a step kid. When I went to my dad's house every summer, my stepmother made sure that to let me know that I'm the ghetto kid from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I had worth issues coming up. I had worth issues coming up. I did not value who I was as a person because as a kid I was not valued. And a lot of us have childhood trauma. A lot of us are grown adults walking around with that inner child that is still hurt. And so in order for you to move on, in order for you to have the best life that God has on this planet for you, trust in God, you're going to have to forgive them. You're going to have to forgive them. And sometimes forgiveness does not come with an apology. I was hoping and wishing that I was going to get an apology from my stepmother. And the crazy part is guess what? I got one earlier this year. She surprised me and messaged me and sent me a message. It's a YouTube video that she saw. And I guess it gave her some understanding of blended families. And she just randomly messaged me saying, and basically apologizing, and I couldn't believe it. I had already went through therapy and let it go because I was like, well, that's going to be an apology I'll never get, right? But that's how life works. Just randomly out the blue, you may get that apology that you never thought you was going to get. So I'm going to pray for you, trust in God. I hope that you can do that you can get that healing that you need for you. All right? Because it's for you. It's not for them. It's not for them. It's for you so that way you can open up and get the best life that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? That's for you. It's not for them. It's definitely for you. Because sometimes we be thinking like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, or I ain't, it's not for them. That's what I learned. It's not for them. It's for you. I'm not scrolling, so I hold on. I'm seeing your comment come in. Let me just make sure I didn't miss something. I'm scrolling up a little bit so I can see. Discharge debt is the key, but you have to be in position ahead of that first. Say, how did I become self-employed? I always knew I was gonna be self-employed. I mean, I was hustling as a kid. At 15, I had a candy store. At 15, I had a candy store. So some of us is just in us. Some of us, you just got entrepreneurship in you, and some of us, some people learn it later on. But me, I've had it in me since I was a kid. I've been hustling in Chicago at a very early age. I was doing some stuff out here, okay? Some blue collar stuff. I'm gonna say that. I was doing some blue collar stuff back in the day. So it is what it is. Yeah, you don't earn a PhD for the money. Right, I learned that later on. My dad got his PhD. It definitely wasn't about the money for him. Yeah, I do. I come from teachers. My grandmother was a teacher. My father was a teacher. My grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman, and he had his own pharmacy. So he was probably the first entrepreneur that I really knew of. My grandfather had his own pharmacy in Philadelphia. Uh, Tell that to the doctors who work 9 hours a week. Um, God is the universe. I agree. Okay, good. Trusting God. I see you say I'm getting therapy. I'm YouTube. I don't have Instagram or whatever that is. My mom passed before I could get there, but I don't know if I could handle being there when she passed. And that's probably why you weren't there, trusting God. Because my siblings couldn't handle watching my dad dying on his deathbed. That was hard, right? So my siblings couldn't be upstairs. They was not in the room, but I was in the room holding his hand while he was on his deathbed. So it's not for everybody. Everybody's, may not be able to handle it. So even though they lived with him, you know, they lived with him. They was able to grow up with him in their home. See, I didn't grow up with my dad in my home. I went to visit my dad 2-3 times a year. But after my dad and my mom got divorced when I was 4, he got remarried pretty quickly. So I think he met my stepmom like right after that, and they was married when I was like 5. So then they started having kids. So my siblings grew up in the house with my dad, right? But that's what I was like. I was like, y'all can't be in the room here holding this man's hand, and he been with you his whole life, raised you. But that was them. They mentally weren't stable, and they could not handle it. It just was that way. You know what I'm saying? But I was stronger. I was raised in the concrete jungle of Chicago, right? They were raised very southern, very suburby, right? They had that silver spoon in their mouth, so we was raised differently. So my tolerance uh, was different than theirs. So it's a reason, trusting God, why you was not there to see your mom pass. That probably was not something that would have been good for you. You know what I mean? Not necessarily saying you couldn't tolerate it, just mentally where you were, or maybe how you felt about them and how they whatever happened to them, and and how it got there. That could have been really detrimental for you. So everything happens for a reason. That's what I notice, when it does happen. So you say, I will pray that my heart can forgive. Thanks for so much for giving me this insight. Yeah, you welcome. We all go through stuff. We all go through stuff. But I definitely would say therapy definitely helped me. I was so angry. I was so mad. I mean, I was so enraged and angry. And I had to, and that's really when you growing, when you able to check yourself. When you able to sit back and be like, damn, I'm really angry. I'm mad as hell. You know what I mean? That's when you grown. That's when you mature. And when you able to check yourself and be like, man, there's some stuff going on with me, go ahead and talk to somebody about that. Go ahead and talk to somebody about that, because that's real growth. When you able to check yourself and recognize your behavior, your attitude, your mood, and there's nothing wrong with it. You got the right to feel how you feel. It's not saying that you're wrong for feeling that way. It's not saying that you're wrong for being angry. You just want to get clarity. You want to get some understanding. You want to be able to talk it out. You want to be able to let that out, right? Because then that's how you end up messing around and hurt somebody, and then you don't do something that you're going to regret, and then you going to end up your whole, and that was me. I didn't want to end up in jail. Being in Chicago, it's already a lot going on. There's a lot of us hotheads. You got to fight. You got to fight tooth and nail every day in that concrete jungle, right? We already looking, you checking, watching your back over people. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant on edge. You on edge all the damn time, because you like, what the fuck you looking at? What you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is in Chicago. Like, especially if you in the hood, you always gotta watch your back. You gotta watch your surroundings. You gotta watch people. So to add on your life and other stuff you got going on, you will fuck around and hurt somebody out there. For real, for real. For real, for real. Especially with the demons and the spirits that we got walking this earth today. So you definitely got to do that self-reflecting, self-love. So trust in God, you got this, man, okay? You got this. You got this. I want you to know that you got this. Let me delete and block. I got slapped the heck out of sleep. I was in my 50s before I ever voted. Hey, man, I'm just a little young hustler that'll learn some things in this life. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna say, who y'all talking about? You think somebody trolling? Go ahead and tell me their name so I can put them down. I think I just deleted somebody. Was it Glasses? Let me see. Cap. Because whatever he's saying is Cap. Don't make no sense. We on here talking about growth and understanding. So anybody that's talking about Cap, then you should not be here. And now we at the beginning of this AI, right? It's crazy. So it's a serious experience. Yes, trust in God. Yes. Yes. Look up here in Chicago. I ended up going to govern the state because they had a free program, but you're not in Chicago. Wherever you are, just look up um, free therapy services. And some colleges do them, some universities and education centers do them because they just like they're just graduating and getting out of their program. So sometimes they'll offer you free classes with a therapist. So the lady who I ended up having was an older white lady, probably in her like mid 60s, but she was really, really good. Surprisingly, because at first I didn't think we was really gonna mesh, but she was really, really good, and I liked the way she broke things down. She gave me like different homework assignments that I would have to do and come back with, which I really liked that. Like she would give me, paper pamphlets to certain things and read certain things, and then I would have to do homework and I would have to bring it back. And she gave me charts to understand my emotional intelligence, and to learn the different colors of red, blue, green. Like she was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw her for 11 months. I saw her twice a week for 11 months, and that really changed my life and how I think with things. So I am definitely an advocate for therapy. I think more people should do it. I think more people should do it. You say I'm still on edge now, living in Alabama. Okay, I see y'all had to have somebody. All right, y'all. So we gonna get off of here because we're getting a couple more bots in, and I'm tired anyway. So trust in God, you got this. Look at your name. Why you make your name Trust in God? Right? You made your YouTube name that name for a reason. Trust in God. So trust in Him. Let Him lead you. Talk to Him. Ask Him your next steps, your direction. If you confused, if you hurt, speak to your Creator. I promise you, He will lead the way. He will give you the signs and the symbols. He will send the people, whether it's me, maybe I'm somebody He sent you tonight. You jumped on my live. I'm supposed to be on here. I'm supposed to been off, right? But you came later. You ain't come earlier in the day. You came later on this live. So obviously you was supposed to be here. And I was supposed to start talking about this subject because we wasn't talking about this. We was all on politics and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's the reason why you on here and I'm on here at 2 a.m. because I'm never on here this late. I'm on here, at midnight or something, but it's 2 in the morning. You get what I'm saying? It's a sign and a symbol right here. So pay attention to your own name. You named your YouTube name Trust in God. So do that. All right? Y'all have a good night. We are all traumatized from PTSD, and we all need therapy. We do. That's real, Faith. Girl, we're going to have to talk one day, Faith, because I say this all the time. I say that all the time, especially about our people. But we are all traumatized. But even us, as indigenous people of this land, we are even more traumatized because our issues and our trauma has never been recognized. It's never been recognized. The world and the government and even white America, most of them have never recognized what their ancestors have done to us. You can't tell people to get over it and pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but meanwhile the country is paying other people for their reparations. Everybody else has been paid but us. Everybody else has been paid but us. So you can't tell people certain things and then smack them in the face with other, you know what I'm saying? And treat other people right in front of us what we've been asking for. So, and that's why I said I don't ask them for nothing no more. I've built everything on my own. I don't even need the reparations. I'm good. If anything, I'll be on here fighting for y'all to get reparations. But I learned the system. That's my reparations. Once you learn the system that they created, life gets greater, baby. That's why I'm free. That's why I'm here in Dallas right now. Just randomly here for the weekend, accepting an award. you know what I'm saying? So, all right, y'all get some rest. I'm out. It was nice to meet you, Toddy. Thank you so much for joining and being a moderator for me too. Appreciate you. Good night, Faith. Have a good one.